Greetings, light workers. This is Oya Transformation, and it has been a moment since I've spoken to you. But more the things change, the more they stay the same. All the busyness still leads us back to stillness, times of reflection, when we look at exactly what the energies that are around us are trying to tell us. So this is July the 19th, 2021. And I have a message for you from the cards that have been divined and shuffled from the Holy Spirit through me. And I hope that you get something that will help you shift out of the old and into the new. If not, make it clear that where you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be. The first card that was shuffled, which is the presence for today, is from the Carolyn Meese Archetype deck, and it is Midas and Miser. Midas and Miser. It speaks to the entrepreneurial spirit, it speaks to the ability to create. And what it says to me is never forget that your ability to create, your Midas touch, lives in your tongue. It rests in your words. So you will create what you speak about. You will create what you give names to and put out into the world for your affairs. So if you're talking about the goal you are about to receive because of the efforts you have put through, because you know who you are, you're setting the intention to move forward in a prosperous, productive, and positive way. If you're speaking on the lack, then be prepared to see more of the lack. So, if you're speaking about the challenges in a relationship, if you're speaking about the challenges in the way you walk in the world, spend more time talking about how much better you've gotten, what does work in your relationships, and all the good that surrounds you. Be pure awareness, but be aware of what is good. Speak it into further and broader existence. The second card, which is what I say moves against the energy for the day, is the Five of Knives. The Five of Knives. Now, this lady shows her corn silks and how much abundance she has. However, under her tongue is a coin. And root workers would say if there was a need to tell less of the truth or to embellish the truth, that if you spoke it on the Bible, that your repercussions would be lighter, that possibly you could circumvent any karma. So, while we are being alchemists, while we are being magicians in our lives and turning all that we touch into gold, recognize that we put high stakes often on telling it like it is. High stakes often on, well, I'm not talking about nothing but the truth. I told him the way it was. But when we think about that, that's what we're seeing. And if we don't want to see more of that, maybe we need to tell a little less of the truth. Think about some of I know you had at least one. I could think of an aunt in particular who had a euphemism for everything because she hoped for the best. And so, as much as she was telling it like it is, she left opportunity. She held space for what could be. So in your seeing your coals become diamonds, let's speak of and only of what is good. So the coin is under your tongue. So you've spoken to the holy book that you will shift the karma, that you will not feel the repercussions of not being as bold in your conversation about what is not working. Why? Because we're setting intentions for more things to work. And we're honoring the presence in knowing just because I don't see it right now does not mean it is not finding its way toward me. And I need to stop checking the seed. Stop digging in the dirt and seeing if the sprout has sprouted. I need to live in the knowing that spirit is all there is, and spirit is working it out in my best, for my best. And the final card in this reading is from the Wisdom House of the Night, and it is the number 12, and it speaks to conclusions. So it asks that we not draw conclusions, that we stay open because we know things are working out for us, that we stay open because until we read the end of the book, until we see the last page of this life, it is always best that we remember that we don't know all the parts. We don't know all the players. All we know is what we see in our minute vision. But our spiritual vision is vast. And what we know from our spiritual eyes is that we have made it through many, many things, many, many lifetimes, and yet we're still standing. So for that, we give thanks for another Monday, for another blessing, for another optimistic step forward into this journey called life. Thank you for listening, and namaste. Have the best Monday ever. Remember, your good is right in front of you. All you have to do is recognize. Thank you for listening.